Vaush, maybe if you didn't call everyone mentally ill, you'd be more based and epic pilled. So here's the issue with that, okay? The problem is, like, political engagement really has nothing to do with mental well-being. You can make all the arguments about policy and theory without ever touching on the faculties of another individual. How that's like in theory. In practice, as a content creator, I am constantly brushing up against literal insanity. You have to recognize that. Once you get past a certain size, you come into contact with a frightening number of unhinged people. People who agree with you and people who disagree with you. I get emails from people who I know are on my side, who agree with me, who love my content, that I would, if I saw them in person, if they talked to me that way in person, instantly run away from or try to defend myself against. And there are plenty of people who don't like me, who are very obviously not doing well. Unfortunately, that's just a part of being an online content creator. It's the same way as being like an IRL celebrity, except when you're an IRL celebrity, rather than it being your inbox, it's like you're at like a concert and like you can see the person who's like flaying themselves alive to get your attention, you know? That's, you know, it's just how celebrity culture works. People acting that way doesn't justify being ableist. It's not, I don't think it's ableist to point out that a person is some kind of deranged. Well, I guess technically it is, but it's a statement of fact. I mean, it's ableist in the same way that if I were to like run like a mile against somebody else and they were in a wheelchair and I pointed it out and I was like, there's no way you can win. Like, that's kind of also ableist. But it's, yeah. You have zero idea if they're mentally ill? No, I'm really sorry. I'm asking you to trust me when I try to describe my lived experience here. Sometimes you can tell when a person is definitely not okay. It may be a statement of fact, but also reinforce the notion that people with mental illnesses are undesirable. Well, people who behave like that certainly are, yeah. The discourse around ableism is really complicated, but I feel like a lot of people don't handle it well because they take it really personally, okay? If you're in this chat right now and you're talking here at this moment, I hope you guys understand that, like, it's entirely possible to impugn a person for their lack of faculties without it being like a broad attack against every person with every condition. Yeah, unhinged also works as a term. I don't know, Vaush, some wheelchair users are pretty fast. Probably. And you know what? I'm not very fast myself, so maybe I would lose a mile to a guy in a wheelchair. Maybe, possibly. Do you think most people are at least slightly mentally ill? Okay. Really quick, we're going to do this. So one thing that Foucault, French philosopher, wrote about was the institutionalization of mental illness. See, yay back in the day, long time ago, hundreds of years ago, all right, we didn't know shit about mental illness. If a person acted crazy, it was said they were touched, or they had 1,000 euphemisms for it. But generally speaking, there were two buttons for a person, two descriptors. And one of them was, you basically function in society, and the other one was, you don't. And for most people who didn't function in society, I mean, all the psychiatric conditions we have today existed back then, of course. They just didn't have names for them or a way to diagnose them. The way they were treated could range in quite a number of ways. If a person was severely ill, often they were accused of being possessed or being of demons, and often those people were killed or tortured. That's not great at all. But often, and this is the key thing, when a person was just not well, but also not a threat to others, as many mentally ill people are, they were kind of treated like a village idiot. That sounds like a not PC term to use, but consider this. In many communities, I'm speaking extremely broadly, but for a range of medieval communities, people who were non-functioning in that way, like they weren't well, were generally considered to be the collective responsibility of the villages that they were a part of. If you had like 200 people in a loose village, and you had like the one person who couldn't really take care of themselves, they were kind of sort of treated like an extra kid. They weren't treated like great necessarily, but they were considered, and this is the key part, a collective responsibility of the community. We don't do that anymore. Nowadays, as Foucault describes, we have medicalized and institutionalized mental illness. Sometimes that's good because the institutionalization of mental illness makes it possible to diagnose and treat them. That's great. But the negative of this is that it liberalizes, it individualizes mental illness, meaning that now if a person isn't well, it's not like a responsibility of a community, it's a personal failing that they're responsible for fixing. We've kind of gotten rid of the old model for taking care of the mentally unwell. Now, if you're mentally unwell, that's just your fucking lot in life, buddy. You know, that's just That's your shot. There are other issues too with the medicalization of mental illness. I'll give you an example. Autistic people. No, you know what? Even better. ADHD, okay? Who has ADHD? Everyone does. Shu, you in chat? You talk about that. I do. I know. I've been diagnosed. ADHD. A lot of people have it. Very, very, very many people have it. Why do you think so many people have it? Look at this. Why do you think so many people have it? Has that always been the way humans were? Well, in reality, the way our brains function is really heavily influenced by socialization, you know? The difference, brain-wise, between a kid who's a farmer, who lives in a pre-electric society, and who doesn't know how to read, the difference in that kid's brain, and their socialization, and their personality, and the brain of a modern kid, are vastly different, even if they were genetically identical at the time of their birth. And the reason for that is because our brains are malleable, and they are designed to adopt to the needs that that their body requires. So, in a way, by creating a solid boundary which describes what is and is not ADHD, we've medicalized and therefore otherized those people. We've gotten better about treating people with ADHD better. It's a little bit more normalized than it used to be. However, there's still an issue here. With it being a medical condition, there's still that feeling of otherness. This is kind of conspiracy territory? No, not even slightly. Also, conspiracy means people are conspiring. This isn't about people conspiring. This is just the consequences of what we're talking about. By medicalizing it, essentially, you create a framework which divvies up individuals and atomizes them. And it can make it difficult to accept normalcy because we're constantly identifying one another by the metrics by which people can be divided. Does this make sense? Nobody's paying attention. I see what's happening in chat. All right, never mind. Oh, yeah, by the way, from now on, chat, just got to let you know. Oh, wait, one last thing I got to say, by the way. We're cracking down way harder in chat moderation from now on. Fuck you guys. You people are insufferable, okay? From now on, random emote spam, like counting to like fucking combo shit, that shit's getting nuked unless it's relevant to the conversation. If you're just randomly doing that shit, counting, potato counting, all this shit is getting banned. So we're going to start upping ban times too. You know why? Because I realized while reviewing a previous VOD, you people cannot combo for fuck. Conversation is completely disorganized. Nobody fucking pays attention. And then I go look at Destiny's community, where Destiny bans all the time for even minor infractions. And you know what Destiny's community can do? They can combo without being prompted to. They can keep discussions on topic to the subject at hand. They can form meaningful inter-community relationships because chat isn't constantly filled with stupid bullshit. So, sorry, Destiny does this better than I do. We're going to work on fixing that. And if that means having to hire full-time mods in addition to Hyena to crack down on you motherfuckers, then we're going to do it. Chatting is hard, though. It's so fast. Do you know why chat's so fast? Because people spam random bullshit and nobody emote combos. The purpose of emote comboing is so 1,000 people can spam something in reaction to an event and it doesn't take up a lot of space. This happens all the time and it triggers the fuck out of me, okay? It's so frustrating. When something happens, like when somebody says re, and like, rather than all of you typing re, you'll like fuck it by adding multiple re's or like saying re and then like text to like break the combo. Yeah, which clutters up chat and makes it harder for other people. My free isn't working. Mine wasn't either, Hyena, but the effect went through anyway. We'll talk to White Nervosa about it. We're cracking down hard on you people. Are you saying we can't meme and shitpost? How about you? What if you treat this what it is? This isn't a Discord server. It's a live stream chat to a live stream that's happening live. So well, maybe we can find ways to. Oh yeah, we need a 1984 emote, by the way, to commemorate. Yeah, we'll do it. Can I model do it for free? Absolutely not. The last people you want to give mod privileges to, the absolute last people, are people who want to be mods. Easily. You never, ever, 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 ever want to give mod privileges to those people. Anybody who volunteers for it is looking for a power trip. How do you find mods then? You find people who you trust, who are like pillars of the community. That's how you find mods. But you have to put thought into it. Chat is so condescending. Yeah, chat is super fucking condescending to people who talk to me. The hive mind is real. Holy fuck. But that's okay. I need to go way harder on you people. Fuck. The more I do this, the more I start to think that Destiny was right. Fuck. I need to inspire terror in all of you at all times. Every live stream, you all should be walking on eggshells because you know that the wrong emote, the wrong message, even typing at the wrong time, get you permabanned. Not only will I permaban you, I will call President Biden and I will have him ask the IRS to audit your fucking finances, okay? I unironically fear to post dumb shit in Destiny's chat because I'm afraid he'll ban me. Yeah, the secret... No, I was about to say the secret is having a notable tag like I do, but I've gotten banned from Destiny's chat probably more times than almost any other person. I remember, this is one of my funniest memories about Destiny, because he gets so mad when he's mad. Back in the days, before I had a channel, before everything, like 5 years ago, I was hated in his community because I was an outspoken feminist, and, you know, I'd shitpost in chat. And one of the mods, some of them actually, kept banning me, just because they didn't like me, you know? Destiny didn't want me banned, but they would ban me just because I was Irish Laddie. That was my name at the time. And they hated me, so they'd ban me. And, you know, it kept going on and on and on. And what happened then was one of the mods, the head mod, developed a bot which automatically unbanned me. So that way, because I never got banned for real reasons. I would always get banned just because they didn't like me. So I was given an auto unban. No matter how I was banned, instantly, I'm back. Didn't matter. Nobody noticed. Nobody cared. Great. And one of those days, I upset Destiny. I don't know how I did it, but he was really fucking mad. He was so fucking mad. He banned me. I got insta unbanned. He banned me again, thinking he'd typoed the first time. Insta unbanned. And he got angrier and angrier. He kept like trying to ban me like faster and faster. Like he types really fast too. So he was trying to outpower the bot. It was like that fable, you know? The coal miner who went up against the machine. Come on, what's the name of that fable? You know what I'm talking about. John Henry? Yeah, he was like John Henry going up against the fucking Twitch Autobot, you know? But unlike the good old fable, Destiny did not prevail. He got so fucking mad, I just left the chat because he clearly wanted me to leave it. And then eventually he found out what was happening and he removed the auto unban. That was pretty funny.